Hey guys, so ultimately I'm trying to learn full planche, but there are some intermediate steps along the way, including frog stand and advanced frog stand, and I thought I'd share with you how I learned the first two. I looked at several articles and videos and created a training template. This involves training 3 times a week and doing 3 exercises each time. The first of these is designed to build up what's called time under tension. So it's about subjecting your body to the forces involved, and it's less about the technical side or anything requiring balance. I did 5 sets of this move up to 20 seconds per set. The next exercise is to practice the move that I want to master. So initially this was a frog stand, either from the floor or from parallettes. I don't own parallettes, so I actually bought push-up bars for £15 online, and they do the job. They're nice and stable. I tried to do between 100 and 150 seconds of total balancing practice, depending on how I feel and how my wrists were holding up. Your wrists do endure quite a lot during these moves, so when they feel like they've had enough, it's a good time to stop. Then finally, an ab exercise, again 3 to 5 sets with about a minute's rest. So in week 1, my first move was a plank lean. This is a push-up position, hands turned slightly out to allow the inside of the elbow to face forward, bring the shoulders down and forward, and leaning in so the shoulders are ahead of the wrists. The progressions are then to do this with legs apart, known as a straddle, then with raised feet, and finally raised feet with bent legs. One big thing, other than having your shoulders down and forward, is to really push into the ground and away from the body with the heel of the hand when you're doing these moves. Then second is the move you're trying to learn. I got frog stand quite quickly. By the 5th session, I could hold it for 30 seconds. So a few coaching points that helped me. The first of these is when your hands are in place, to think of kind of twisting the earth away from you, or the mat, or whatever your hands are in contact with. So the hands don't actually move from the position, but you feel like you're twisting away, and that just creates tension and stability in the shoulders and arms. Have your fingers facing near enough straight ahead of you, so not too much out to the side. This was the biggest help for me. I used to always fall back onto my feet, and by having the fingers there, it allowed me to be a bit braver in leaning forward towards my head. That was because when I did lean forward, I had the fingers and I could create a kind of counter push with the fingers to stop me falling forward. For me, the balance point in the frog stand was when I had a little bit of tension in the fingers, because when I had no tension, that meant that the slightest movement back the way and I'd come back to my feet because I'd have nothing to push me the other way. For that reason, I found it easier to master the frog stand on the mini bars, the parallettes, because you can use the tension in your wrists to stop yourself falling forward and falling backwards. The ab exercises quickly, that was either an L sit hold, a straddle sit, which I eventually realized could be done from an exercise bench, a front plank, either with feet raised or from one leg, switching every 10 seconds, or hanging knee raise. If you want to see the sets and reps of these and everything else, go to 9to5strength.com/forums and track down my full planche training journal. Then that leaves the advanced frog stand, which was super intimidating the first time I tried it. Having having done 30 seconds of the frog stand in session 5, I managed to hold the advanced frog stand in session 6 for all of 1 second. So in order to take out the difficult bit, which is the balancing, and accumulate some time under tension, I set up with my fingers around just over a foot from the wall. I had a small platform for my feet, and then I leaned forward just to the point I'd have to take my feet off, and I held it there. The wall was there so that if I did fall forward, I could rest my head rather than hurt myself, and that helped a lot with my confidence. I did 2 sessions purely working on what I called advanced frog stand with toes in my training journal, building up the strength in my arms without being limited by my balance. In the 3rd session, I tried it with the bars, and I was pleasantly surprised that if I did start falling forward, I could release my legs and catch myself before I hit my head. The 9th session felt so much better. I could find the balance point and had a personal best of 20 seconds. The main focus points for the advanced frog stand were to make sure that my knees were in a comfortable position and secure just above the elbows. So once or twice I was midway through a hold and then I could feel my knee slipping and I had to stop. Another thing is to kind of psych myself up and try and get loads of tension in the arms just before I start, almost more tension than I felt was necessary. As with the regular frog stand, trying to go slightly past the balance point towards falling forward, and then countering that with the fingers, which helped me stay up. I hope that was helpful for you. As I say, I'm working my way towards a full planche. If you want to follow along with my progress on that, I'm on Instagram. And as I said before, I've got my training journal where you can see every session I do. Cheers.